Welcome back. Now it's time for the Eastern Airways British Sidecar Championship. Your leaders, Hegarty and Neve, had a fantastic ascent, having another double race win. And coming into Silverstone, they had a 55-point lead at the top of the standings. But don't forget, with double points available at Brands Hatch in the final race, the championship isn't quite over yet. Taking you through this one are our Sidecar Supremos, Jamie Three-Wheeled Whittam and Barry Nutley.
Eastern Airways British Sidecar Championship standings after a race yesterday that saw Sean Hegarty and James Neve leap into a 64-point lead with 1 round to go, but it's not a done deal. Chaplow and Farrance, Mr. Consistence, they have not broken down or retired. They've scored points in every single race. They're there in third from Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson. Nice grid position for Ben and Tom Birchall. Winners yesterday. They will not score points, but they're here on a wild card ride. The 2009 World Champions from Hegarty and Neve. And let me tell you, Hegarty and Beach were ahead of Birchall in yesterday's race, but they were the top three. They're the top three on the grid. Champion contender Lovelock there in fourth. Ricky Stevens, Brown and Kershaw. That is where we're going to see the fight. We saw a terrific punch-up from them in Assen. Will it be repeated here in Silverstone? Beautifully sunny conditions and a big grid here, 20 entered. Ian Guy and Ben Ransley on the black outfit right at the back have got Roger Body's spare Suzuki engine in. They put an engine in overnight, fired it up this morning, it did not work, took it out again, so they're on number 3 Suzuki engine. Andy Peach, Charlie Richardson, number 4 on the L&W BMW. Watch Birchall. That L3 Suzuki, so very quick off the line, as indeed is Hegarty's number 33. He got a good start. That looks like Chaplow. Is that Craig Chaplow, number 73 on the Team EA Motorsport? Didn't get away, I'm not sure. It looks as though Chaplow might have been left standing on the grid. Birchall's got it though. Ben and Tom Birchall, away they go from Hegarty. Roger Lovelock up into third. He is the championship challenger. He's the only man now who can prevent Sean Hegarty from lifting the 2014 Eastern Airways British F1 Sidecar Championship title. It was indeed Craig Chaplow and Patrick Farrance starting from the back of the grid. Whatever that problem was, I have no idea, but they are well back. Birchall's lead. Lovelock going past Hegarty. He's got to do this. He's got to do something about Hegarty's dominance. Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson being passed by Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charwood on the Assured Office Solutions Kawasaki, the blue outfit. Lovelock and Alto then. Leaders in the championship, if that makes sense, in the championship challenge in this race, because the race leaders on track do not score points. This is where the battle is for the title. The Birchalls are away with it, as one would have expected after their dominant display yesterday. Look at Peach, the black outfit coming out of the slipstream. Ricky Stevens also taking a look at the inside of Sean Hegarty. Now, Sean Hegarty is getting duffed up here. He came with a 64-point lead into this race, and the man who needs to claw points back from him is ahead of him. But Peach being passed now by Hegarty. Up goes Hegarty and Neve, number 33. Then Peach. Then it's Tony Brown. Then it's Kershaw. Tony Brown with young Sam Christie in the sidecar for this weekend. Lots of passenger changes, mainly due to injury. We saw Tony Brown's passenger thrown out in Assen. He has cracked a bone in his wrist. Hegarty on the inside of Lovelock. Is he trying to go through now? Lovelock has got to keep Hegarty behind him to do something about this man's points lead. When they get to Brands with double points up for grabs, it's still alive, this championship. Hegarty's track craft, his corner speed is phenomenal. And Lovelock and Aki Alto, his Finnish passenger on the number 1 Driver Wolf BMW, will know that. The BMW has the speed though. Look how quick it is over the line. Fantastic stuff. Hegarty looking right and left. And Birchall's then very much away. Lovelock, Hegarty, Peach. This is where the battle is. But look at Ricky Stevens, number 100. Ricky Stevens, Ryan Charwood on the Assured Office Solutions. Kawasaki have gone past Peach, so they've gained a place as well. They are in a strong championship position as well. Ricky Stevens on 141 points. His teammate Mark Edwards, the man who broke his leg in motocross, not riding. That bike now being ridden by Swede Billy Galros, who's sitting in 15th place. So the other Assured Office Solutions Kawasaki is on for a point here. What a race we've got for these guys. Ben and Tom Birchall then still holding station at 3.8 seconds at the front of the race, but a dickens of a scrap. Andy Peach has been pushed backwards by Stevens, goes past him alongside. No, the BMW doesn't get the advantage there. Ricky Stevens, reckless Ricky, they're calling him in the paddock. He's not reckless, he's just enthusiastic. With a capital E, I think, is a fair way to describe that. Hegarty now past Lovelock. With all that going on, I missed that. But Hegarty is now past Roger Lovelock and has got a clear track between himself and the race leaders, Ben and Tom Birchall. The Birchalls then supreme at the front of this race, 4 seconds adrift. Stevens has gone past Hegarty. Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood up the inside of Sean Hegarty and James Neve to assume control at the front of the Eastern Airways points race. The Birchalls out in front don't score, so this is where the 25 points will go. Oh, a bit of a wobbly over the curb there. That is where Ricky Stevens clipped the curb and nearly threw his passenger out. That's lost him a fraction of a second, allowed Hegarty to come alongside. He's got it all to do again. What action here. Andy Peach saw that. He's closing up. It's a 12-wheeler, and how close do you want it? You can get them all in the back of a Pantechnicon. They're so close. Ricky and Ryan gonna have another go at Hegarty. Can they do a carbon copy of their previous passing maneuver? There go the Birchalls out of shot. Here comes Stevens, taking a wide swoop, left the door open that Peach saw invitingly gaping and almost went for it. So a new lap record, 2:12.049. It's gone in the purple on my screen. The Birchalls then 4 seconds still. Hegarty and Neve, just look how James Neve, Sean Hegarty's passenger, sitting there very composed, just looking over his shoulder at the outfits chasing, and well he might, because Ricky Stevens is in determined mood here. Lovelock still with them. Brilliant race here at Silverstone. Then we all move off in 2 weeks' time to Brands Hatch, where both the races are on a Saturday and double points are up for grabs. The grand finale of the Eastern Airways British F1 Sidecar Championship, and what a thrill these spectators are being treated to here. Stevens again in front of Hegarty. He's back at the front of the race here. Second on the road, but in for the 25-point haul. This is the first time this year we've really seen Sean Hegarty challenge tooth and nail like this. We had a terrific coming together between himself and Roger Lovelock at Thruxton. But here comes Andy Peach. Andy Peach on the inside as well. Hegarty's going backwards. Now Lovelock will see him. Roger Lovelock, the man behind in the green and orange bike, there he is. He will see that his nemesis, Sean Hegarty, is just tantalizingly close. 1 place up the road. Now, Ricky Stevens and Andy Peach. Andy Peach is doing everything he needs to do. Oh, Stevens is out of it. Oh, no. Mechanical problem. Ryan Charlwood's hand went up. The Kawasaki has expired. What more do I have to do? The body language says it all. Ricky Stevens, heartbroken, on their way to a victory here, a class victory, a points victory, following the Birchalls home. Smoke coming, it's blown. The heat went out of the battle when Ricky Stevens retired. Up till that point, it was anybody's guess. It was very frantic. Another brilliant 6th place at the moment for Steve Kershaw and Rob Wilson, behind Tony Brown and young Sam Christie, the number 57 Paymundo.com Yamaha. Gary Horspoll up into 8th as well. And now Peach and Richardson, all they've got to do is keep Sean Hegarty behind as these guys gallop off a second ahead on the final lap. Ben and Tom Birchall from Mansfield on the Mitchells of Mansfield sponsored L3 Suzuki. And that's the checkered flag. Birchalls get it. Peach and Richardson, what a great result for them ahead of Hegarty. A very, very hard-fought race from Sean Hegarty and James Neve. Lovelock is going to continue his form, racking up more points, but it's only 16 points for Roger Lovelock. 4th in the race, and 4th on the road, 3rd in the actual points race. Will we see the Birchalls in the final round at Brands Hatch? That'll be interesting, because I do know that Tim Reeves and Gregory Clues have notified their intention to compete at Brands Hatch as wildcards. So are we going to see the world champions go head-to-head at Brands? We shall see. Certainly no one here to match their prowess. Not exactly in a class of their own, but you can see why these guys are world champion contenders. Well, there it is. What a great victory again for the Birchall boys. Wild card, that's what the W says. They don't score Peach. So he won the moral victory from Hegarty and Lovelock. That's your top three Eastern Airways, as it were. Brown and Kershaw right there as well. What a shame for Ricky Stevens that he retired. But Chaplow, from a stationary position at the start, pulled up to 9th. He needed to get a result, and he scored some points. 10th for Pete Founds and Andy Taylor. Great result for the BMC regulars. Going to be very interesting to see what's happened. Peach then moves into 3rd place. There it is, 10 points ahead of Chaplow with that victory. Hegarty on top, now 68 points clear of Lovelock. So it all goes to Brands, where there are double points up for grabs. It will be decided there. Tony Brown and Kershaw are going to go past Edwards for sure.
Well, that's all we've got time for. And what a fabulous weekend of racing we've had here from Silverstone. And it's a massive congratulations to all our newly crowned British champions. Now, don't forget to tune in to the final round of the championship from Brands Hatch, because it is set to be a belter. But for now, from all of us here, thank you for watching and goodbye.